Here for Game 1 of the National League Championship Series. My name is J.R. Radcliffe, joined by Kurt Hogue, here covering for the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. Kurt, they made it. They're here. They're here to face the Dodgers. Game 1. On paper, this Dodgers team is so loaded. 4 great starting pitchers. That doesn't even count Clayton Kershaw. Incredible lineup, up and down. Shohei Ohtani right at the top of it. But the Brewers do have home field advantage. They did have more wins over the regular season. I think it's tough. It's a very tough uphill battle, but I know you feel like the Brewers can do this. What makes you think that? What allows this Brewers team to stay, keep up with what the Dodgers are doing?
They don't have starting pitchers, JR, but they have the arms. You've got about 7, 8, 9 guys in that bullpen that can come in at any given notice. A lot of them have length. They can go multiple innings, and you can kind of start to see how you piece together 27 outs 4 different times against the Dodgers. Of course, you do have Freddie Peralta, and you're going to need something from him, but that is the absolute key to winning this series.
Offensively against the Cubs, they hit home runs. That's not something that they're necessarily known for. They had 3 big ones in Game 5. Can they do this without the home runs, though? Can they pester their way to enough offense to win a 7-game series? What do you think?
Yes and no. You can do it for a game, maybe 2, but you can't do it for 4 wins, not against these guys when their offense has Ohtani and Betts and Freeman and Tasker Hernandez and Will Smith and Andy Pajes, and they're good. They have a lot of good players and a lot of good hitters. Newsflash. But the Brewers are going to need to have a couple games where they do go deep and they do hit some homers. And the thing is, they're capable of doing that. They hit 3 homers in Game 5, the Game 5 win against the Cubs, and they've got 4 or 5 guys in the lineup that are very capable of going deep.
Yeah. How about you ranked at some point before the NLDS, the 1 through 26 of importance on this roster? I wonder if you did that exercise for the NLCS. I think we both agree Freddie Peralta would be at the top of that list. What about after that? Who are the 2 or 3 guys that are really, really going to make a difference in this series?
Well, he's standing about...
Oh, we see him right over their shoulder there. Yeah.
He's maybe an inch taller than me. Jacob Mizorowski is very high up on that list, maybe number 2 now after his incredible NLDS and the role that they're going to ask him to fulfill in this series. And then, I mean, the reality is with the rest of the offense, you've got about those 4 or 5, maybe 6 guys, or probably about 4 or 5 guys, and there's a lot on them individually. Maybe not any single one, but between Turang and Yelich and Contreras and Churio and Vaughn, you got to have 3 of them at least have a big series.
We've seen big bullpen outings from Mizorowski, from Chad Patrick. Aaron Ashby gets to start here in Game 1. I don't know how long he's going to go, an inning, maybe 2 innings, but I feel like if this team is going to advance, they do need Aaron Ashby, too. He wasn't great in the NLDS. That's unusual.
Yeah, between him and Quinn Priester, the 2 pitchers they got a lot out of this year, they were not all that effective in the NLDS, but hey, it's a new series. They were incredible throughout the season, and so the hope in baseball is that the guys that got you here just keep getting you there once you get to October.
All right, gut reaction. Is this team going to the World Series for the first time since 1982? Second time in franchise history?
I have 2 gut reactions. The first one being the Dodgers are too talented.
Yeah.
They're too big of underdogs. Fangraphs give the Brewers a 29% chance of advancing. That is very low in baseball. But my other gut reaction is, JR, I've covered 100 games from this team this year. I've watched them very closely for 7.5 months now, and they just keep doing things when you don't think they're going to do them. So they very well could, and they're very capable of it, and don't sleep on how talented and how well they play together as well.
Yeah, they beat the Dodgers all 6 times during the regular season. They only need 4 of those wins in this series, and they will, in fact, be going to their first World Series since 1982. Keep up with everything we're doing at jsonline.com. Find all our stories there. Kurtz, Todd Rosiak, Lori Nickel, myself, and enjoy the series.